For the third week in a row, no Pat McAfee on Raw tonight. Corey Graves once again replacing him. Honestly, I kind of wish they sort of timed this better. You could have had Pat not show up again after the match with Gunther to, sell the fact that Gunther's a legit badass, maybe. But we started the show with confirmation from Michael Cole that LA Knight is out indefinitely following the attack last Friday on SmackDown at the hands of Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. Something Seth Rollins would completely gloat about at the start of the show in the opening promo. And yes, that is a put Kathy Kelly in Fortnite sign. Do you want to see that? I really like the line from Seth tonight though when he said that John Cena, Gunther, their challengers CM Punk, Goldberg, those left in the King of the Ring tournament, Cody, Jay, Randy, they're all running a race for second place. Because obviously he's Mr. Money in the Bank and he's guaranteeing that he's going to be on top of that card once again. This segment would lead to our first match of the night as Penta went up against Bron Breakker. I thought this match was an absolute banger to start the show. A thunderous mid-air spear would see Bron Breakker pick up the win, and then Seth Rollins telling Penta, "This is your one warning. Stay out of our business." Confirmation on the show tonight about Liv Morgan's injury, confirming that she injured her shoulder and she's set to miss multiple months of action. However, we'd find out she's not the only member of Judgment Day to sustain an injury, as Adam Pearce would tell AJ Styles that Dom is injured and therefore the match between AJ and Dom at Night of Champions is cancelled. AJ is still next in line and will get that title match once Dom is cleared. Now, we don't know if this is a legitimate injury. Dom was on Raw tonight backstage in the clubhouse of the Judgment Day, but that doesn't mean he's not injured. It could simply be he doesn't want to travel to Saudi. No one will blame him right now, so we don't know. I'm sure the journalists are asking. I'm sure that news will emerge later this week. News for Finn and JD, though. Next week, they get a tag team title match against the New Day. Jade Cargill beat Roxanne Perez. Jade Cargill advances to the finals this Saturday versus Asuka for the Queen of the Ring tournament. I have no idea who's going to win this, because either you set up Asuka versus Io, or if you have Naomi cash in time, you set up Naomi versus Jade for SummerSlam. One of those two is the option. We just don't know which one. I really do appreciate the fact, though, it's not predictable. That's one thing I really hate with wrestling. Lots of promotion tonight for obviously Gunther versus Goldberg coming up at Saturday night's main event. It was confirmed that Goldberg will be on Raw Weekly to build to this event. Gunther would come to the ring tonight and he would say that he was sorry for what he had to do to Goldberg. An intense Gunther would say it was his responsibility for the legacy and the myth of Goldberg to die. Earlier on, we had heard from Goldberg as he sat down with Michael Cole and said while he was contemplating his last match, he attended a WWE show with his family. And that's when Gunther basically stuck his nose in his business and Gunther became the right choice, claiming he was going to beat the fuck out of Gunther. Interesting note though, Michael Cole confirming afterwards, he asked Goldberg about, is this your last match? Goldberg said yes. Michael Cole said, what if you win the championship? And Goldberg said, that creates a dilemma. I don't know. Are they going to do it? Are they going to have Goldberg go out at Saturday night's main event? It's definitely poetic with its location. Or could there be one more match? A huge pop once again for Karrion Kross tonight on Raw as he approached Sami Zayn, mocking him about losing to Randy Orton. Sami has had enough though, punching Karrion Kross, confirming he spoke to Adam Pearce and their match is official. A new line of Karrion Kross merchandise dropped today on WWE Shop, with that seemingly timed around the same time as his first match in ages on television. Hopefully, there's some big plans for Karrion Kross. It definitely felt, though, that this is exactly what Karrion Kross wanted. He's bringing out the anger in Sami Zayn. Later on, it was confirmed that that match will take place at Night of Champions. Karrion Kross on a PLE. That's what I like to see. I'd love for Karrion to win this match and win this feud, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm sure this is a match to get Sami on the Saudi PLE, which does make sense. I'm sure Sami's going to win it for that reason. I don't think that's a bad thing. Hopefully, though, it does further the story of Karrion Kross. Becky Lynch will do anything to keep the Women's Intercontinental Championship, including tonight burying Bayley under the announce table. It didn't work thanks to Lyra Valkyria freeing Bayley. Lyra would show some restraint, but then, well, at the end of the match, she would attack Becky Lynch, causing a disqualification. Bayley looked like she was about to put Becky away. Not the case. Becky would retain the championship. Surely this is setting up a triple threat match for Evolution, isn't it? An altercation backstage between Chad Gable and Penta would actually deliver us a wild sighting of Ludwig Kaiser in the background. When was the last time we saw Ludwig on TV? I know from the comment section so many people have been concerned about why he's not been around. Well, he's still there, and he showed up this week, so hopefully there's something in store for him. Raquel Rodriguez would put Rhea Ripley through the table tonight on Raw, and what a table break it was. Absolutely brilliant. It would be Roxanne Perez saving Raquel, allowing Raquel to do that, and obviously both standing tall. So, with Roxanne and Raquel on the same page, is this the future of the women's tag titles? Are they going to allow Roxanne and Raquel to defend them? Rox and Raquel doesn't have the same ring to it, but I'm sure it's going to further the storyline of Liv maybe being jealous upon her return. The immediate future for Raquel, though, will be a street fight at Night of Champions. Raquel versus Rhea. Surely Rhea's taking the win here, right? Unless Roxanne gets involved, maybe? League of Nations mentioned tonight on Raw in a backstage segment with Sheamus and Rusev. I really want to see these two just go at it. Just give them 20 minutes in the ring and just let them beat each other up. That's what I want to see here. Night of Champions will still be emanating from Saudi Arabia this Saturday. They also announced a kickoff show on Friday, and obviously the countdown show on Saturday. Details and times on screen. SmackDown will also emanate from Saudi Arabia this Friday. Whether you think that's right or wrong that the show is still happening in Saudi, I just hope everyone's safe and I hope everyone enjoys WWE. The main event tonight was Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes, with the winner advancing to the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. Oh, how far they've come. I thought this was an absolute great main event. Genuinely, I'm such a mark. I bought it. When Jey hit the crossroads, I thought he'd won it. I honestly did. But it would be Cody Rhodes who pulled it off. Cody is going to the finals to face Randy Orton, as Michael Cole said. One of them is going to define their legacy. Nice. I know there are some people that are like, oh, Cody and Randy shouldn't happen this way. But honestly, I disagree. It should happen this way. It should be a friendly encounter. And then you can still do a heel turn for one of them in the future. And then that feud has a totally different dynamic. Like tonight, it was cool to see Cody and Jay's friendship after the match, although I won't lie, I was sat there glued to the screen. For a brief moment, I thought Jay could turn. Decent Raw, nothing bad. For me, a very solid 7.5 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts, your theories, your comments in the comment section down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications. You'll never miss another upload. Like the video, share the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace!